Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. How you doing? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Time again for another knife of the day. And today it's a brand new Spyderco Endura 4 with these beautiful teal FRN scales. But what makes this special is not the teal scales, but let's see if we can get it up here. I don't know why it doesn't. It's that the steel is S30V steel from Crucible. CPM S30V. As you know, the Endura, just like the Delica, made in Japan. But Spyderco has shipped over to Japan American steel. In this case, Crucible's S30V steel. Usually you'll get an Endura or a Delica with VG10 steel, which is a Japanese steel. But every now and then what Spyderco will do is upgrade the steel. And I love the fact, 2, 3, 4 years ago, they started shipping American steel over to Japan to put into some of their knives. And this is a brand new version. There are limited numbers. It's not a sprint run, but there are limited numbers and they're everywhere. I can't tell you exactly. I believe I know Blade HQ is selling some. So they're not a bunch of them. It's not a regular production run, but it's a decent amount. And a lot of people, I did a picture of this on my Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken, and people just love the Endura and Delica. Of course, it's one of Spyderco's longest running and most popular knives. But when you get them with this upgraded steel, you need to grab them. And you'll know it, of course, with this teal FRN scale. So let's talk about it. Of course, the Endura is the big knife out of what is now a 3-knife family that Spyderco has. The Delica is a smaller knife, around a 3-inch blade. Of course, you have the Endura, which has a 3.7-inch blade. And then in the middle, smack in the middle, introduced just last year or so, is the Endura. Yeah, it's between a Endura and a Delica. I agree with them having that because the Endura, for me, a little bit bigger than I prefer. The Delica is more my size, but that Endura, man, it just hits the right spot. They haven't done any variations on that Endura. Still available. It has black FRN scales. Really nice knife. Can't wait to see the special things they do with the Endura. So let's talk about it. It's the drop point knife, blade, full flat ground blade. Most of the Enduras have that full flat ground. Not all of them. They've done some hollow ground Enduras as well. But most of them, the regular profile is a full flat ground drop point blade. 3.7-inch blade. As I said, a bigger blade. 8.7 inches total length. Of course, it has the back lock. The Endura, and the Delica all have the back lock from Spyderco. 8.7 inches total, as I said, and it weighs 3.7 ounces. It has full stainless steel liners embedded, and they are skeletonized. When I say skeletonized, there are holes carved into the stainless steel liners to take off some of that weight. Remember, this is a pretty big knife. I mean, when you talk about 3.7-inch blade, 8.7 inches total, it's a big knife, but it feels nice in the hand. And this is the Endura 4, which means Spyderco has been playing with this fourth variation of this knife. Of course, FRN scales, fiberglass, reinforced nylon scales. I always call it space age plastic. Super, super tough and light. And of course, when you get the FRN scales, they really go crazy with the different colors. And that's where you get a lot of variations. I know G10 scales for Spyderco, they usually don't have that many different colors. You'll see them red, orange, all kinds of different colors. But when they get FRN scales, man, the color variations really go crazy. I still don't understand. That's just me, and my guessing is all of the equipment and everything to do the Delicas and the Enduras have been around and set up, and they can knock these things out pretty quick. Whatever quick means in knife production, I have no idea. I have no experience in it. But they've been making them for so long, and they sell a lot of them. I'm surprised that they still have this sturdy clip on it instead of a wire clip. Yes, I'm a wire clip fan, but I'm just saying, if you want to take some of the lightness off of this, maybe change up the clip. It's a 4-way clip, right hand, left hand, tip up, tip down. That's a sizable expense, I'm assuming, business expense, because you have a 4-way clip. I say change it to a wire clip, but that means really changing what these FRN scales are, right? Because they've been set up for this 3-screw clip for so many years that to change that means to change the real makeup of this. And so that's why I'm sure they haven't done it. And for the most part, now I'm going to get some comments when they go, a $90 knife or whatever the cost is, that's too much. You can get cheaper. You can always get cheaper. You can always get more expensive as well. But I think for the most part, the Delica and the Endura are at a reasonable price for Spydercos. And I'm sure changing some of the things on this would definitely add to the cost. So there you have it. The knife of the day, the brand new Endura 4 with teal scales. That's what pops out at you. But the biggest part of this brand new knife is the CPM S30V steel. Trust me, if you're interested in an Endura, why do I have Endura stuck in my mind? If you're interested in the Endura with US steel, S30V, which is great steel from Crucible, then you should go ahead and buy it. This is not a regular production run. I don't know how many are out there, but a number of knife places are selling it. So if you're interested, you need to go out and try to get one. Especially with S30V steel, great steel. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on your notifications, because I have a lot of knives I haven't showed you yet. And Spyderco owes us a lot of new knives this quarter, too. So they're not done with that. They have about a month or, a little less than 2 months to get all those out if they're going to be on time. And then they'll announce the next series of knives. They have really been shipping these things out. I really enjoy it. A lot of distributor knives, like this one is a distributor knife. I'm waiting for those Spyderco knives. We've got a lot of Rex 45s to do. We have a lot with new blade steels that we're expecting to get from them. So I'm excited about what's to come. Don't forget, don't get left out. Make sure you subscribe and turn on your notifications. All of you, please take good care of yourselves. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as much as you can, hey, I try it. Sometimes it's hard, but I try to be as happy as possible. I'm trying. Okay? I hope you do too. Um, Thinking about all of you, appreciate all of you. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.